With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello friends, so here's a question. It says that if vector A, vector B, vector C are unit vectors such that vector A plus vector B plus vector C equals to 0 and lambda equals to vector A dot vector B plus vector B dot vector C plus vector C dot vector A, and vector D is equal to vector A cross vector B plus vector B cross vector C plus vector C cross vector A, then lambda comma D is. Okay, so in this question we have this thing that is vector A plus vector B plus vector C is equal to 0, and then we have to find out this value of lambda and this value of vector D. Okay, so let's start. Since it is given to us that vector A plus vector B plus vector C is equal to 0, that means basically mod of vector A plus vector B plus vector C is equal to 0, right? So I can square both the sides here, right? So this will become the square of vector A plus vector B plus vector C, right? So this will become mod of vector A square plus mod of vector B square plus mod of vector C square, plus 2 times of vector A dot vector B plus 2 times of vector B dot vector C plus 2 times of vector C dot vector A equals to 0, right? Now in the question it is given that these vectors A, B and C are unit vectors, right? So each of these 3 magnitudes will be 1, right? So this will be 1 plus this will also become 1 and this will also be 1, right? Plus 2 times of vector A dot vector B plus 2 times of vector B dot vector C plus 2 times of vector C dot vector A equals to 0, right? Now I am taking these 3 to the RHS. So we will finally have 2 times of vector A dot vector B plus vector B dot vector C plus vector C dot vector A as minus 3, right? So we finally have this thing, that is vector A dot vector B plus vector B dot vector C plus vector C dot vector A as lambda, right? It is given to us in the question that this thing is equal to lambda, right? So this lambda it will be equal to minus 3 divided by 2, right? So we finally have the value of lambda as minus 3 by 2. Okay, so this will be one of our answer. Now let's find out the value of vector D, right? So vector D is basically equal to vector A cross vector B plus vector B cross vector C plus vector C cross vector A, right? So here I can write this as vector A cross vector B plus vector B cross, I can write this vector C as, from this equation I can write this vector C as minus vector A minus vector B, right? So let's replace this vector C with minus vector A minus vector B. Similarly here this vector C will become minus vector A minus vector B cross vector A, right? So this will be equal to vector A cross vector B plus, let's open these brackets, so this will become vector B cross minus vector A minus vector B cross, here a plus sign, vector B cross minus vector B, right? Here we will have plus minus vector A cross vector A plus minus vector B cross vector A, right? Now let's solve this thing. So this will be vector A cross vector B. This will become minus vector B cross vector A. This will be, actually this will be equal to 0, right? Because the cross product of a vector with itself equals to 0, right? So the cross product of vector B with vector B will be equal to 0, right? Similarly, this will also become 0 and this will be minus vector B cross vector A. Now you must know that vector A cross vector B is actually equal to minus times of vector B cross vector A, right? So if I use this thing, I can write this equation as vector A cross vector B, and this minus vector B cross vector A will become vector A cross vector B, right? So this will be vector A cross vector B. Similarly, this minus vector B cross vector A will also become vector A cross vector B, right? So we finally have vector D as 3 times of vector A cross vector B, okay? So we got the value of vector D and we got the value of lambda as well, right? So among the given 4 options, option D gives the value of lambda as -3/2 and vector D as 3 times of vector A cross vector B, right? So option D will be our answer. I hope this will help you. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.